What are meristematic and permanent tissues? Meristematic tissue consists of small, thin-walled cells continuously dividing. The cells contain a prominent nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. But when it comes to permanent, it consists of cells that may be thin or thick. They undergo differentiation, mean they get a definite shape, size and function. The cells are very less cytoplasm. The nucleus is present at the periphery with a big central vacuole. So in the permanent, you have the cell. In the center, you have a vacuole, and the nucleus is in one corner, at one side towards the border. But when it comes to meristematic, the nucleus is in the center and it's got a dense cytoplasm, hardly any vacuoles. But in the permanent, it has got vacuoles. What is the function of tendon and ligament? Ligament, they connect one bone to another. They are strong, elastic, consisting of yellow fibers. But when it comes to tendon, they connect muscle to bone. They are tough, non-elastic, consisting of white fibers. Differentiate the following activities on the basis of voluntary or involuntary. Now, the jumping of the frog is voluntary. It's in the control of the will of the frog, so it's voluntary. The pumping of the heart is involuntary. It's not in our control. We cannot stop our heart when we want to, so it's involuntary. Writing with hand is voluntary because it is in the control of our will. And moving a chocolate in the stomach is involuntary because once the food enters the stomach, we have no control over that food. How many types of tissues are found in the animals? Name the different types. First is the epithelium or the epithelial tissue. It forms a protective covering all over the body. Then we have the connective tissue, which is a supporting tissue. It binds the cells of other tissues in the body and gives rigidity and support. So connective tissues example is blood, bone, the adipose. These are all connective tissues. They connect the different parts of the body. Then we have the muscular tissue. They have it's a contractile tissue. It contains the contractile proteins, which helps in movement and contraction and relaxation of the muscle fibers. And last, we have the nervous tissue, which receives and transmits messages. Now remember, the nervous tissue is present in the brain. It is present in the spinal cord and in the nerves. The nerves connect the different parts of our body to the brain and the spinal cord, and they carry messages to and fro. Differentiate between voluntary and involuntary. So voluntary muscles are attached to the bones. These muscles are attached to visceral organs, like they are present in the intestines, in the esophagus, in the stomach. Next, the voluntary muscles, they work on our will, according to our will. Here we have no control over involuntary. They do not work on our will. Here they are voluntary are multinucleate and they show striations. Involuntary are uninucleate and they are smooth muscle. They do not show any striations. What are the major functions of the blood? First, transport of food materials. Next, transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the lungs and the body, different cells of the body. Transport of excretory products to the kidneys, where they are thrown out. Then regulates temperature by distributing heat within the body. The WBCs protects the body from disease and helps in wound healing. It helps in fighting infections, the white blood cells. Platelets help in clotting. These first are all concerned with transport. give the functions of the epidermis. Epidermis, the main function is protection. It's got a waterproof coating which reduces the loss of water. Its outermost covering, so it is helps in protecting the plant. Then we have the stomata. These are small openings that help in the exchange of gases of carbon dioxide, oxygen. They also help in transpiration. That's giving out of water in the form of water vapor by the leaves. Then the function of cork. Cork, you remember, it contains suberin, deposits of suberin, and because it contains suberin, it becomes impervious to gases. When the gases do not, it does not allow gases to pass through it. So it's protective in nature. This you may not write in desiccation, means loss of water. It prevents preventing the loss of water, prevents infection and mechanical injury. For epidermis also there are important points, like it is protective in nature, so it gives protects the plant from mechanical injury and does not allow parasites to enter. Parasitic fungi does not allow them to enter into the plant.